feeling pretty good, yeah.
Good.
Good day to have a day off, you know, kind of get everything organized for it will be a very challenging and interesting game tomorrow night, so it's good to have a day off, yeah.
How much do you think is a benefit that you guys were in this last year?
Well, I would think it would be huge. That our guys, many of our guys have played a lot of big games, so I'm hopeful that it's been one of the reasons why they played pretty well in the first 3 games. And you're never certain how guys are going to react to a game of tomorrow night's nature. You're not 100% certain, because last year, really in the back of our minds, we didn't have to win it to get on to the regionals. We thought we were pretty secure in that situation. Obviously, tomorrow night's much different.
Are there any similarities between what you guys have done here this last 3-4 days and what you guys did in Wichita back in '09? Because you went into that tournament kind of knowing that that was your only shot. You win 3 games, you get to that championship game. Anything that you can...
And if you remember too, Steve, we played Wichita the weekend before and they spanked us.
Yeah, yeah.
And we had our numbers pretty low, you know, and we got away from the game for a day, and then, you know, we played much better. And, you know, the kids even played well on Championship Saturday. We just didn't get enough hits, but there are some similarities. I mean, that team went through some peaks and valleys. We got off to a slow start, started 0 for 6, and then got on a hot streak, and then finished poorly, and then played well in the tournament. That's the neat thing about tournaments, is they give teams a chance. They give you some hope. And we knew we always had an opportunity down here, so we came down here pretty healthy, and that's a key too. And, you know, the thing that we had not done, we started to do a little better the last 2 weeks, and that's obviously hit the ball.
Right.
The other things haven't changed. You know, pitching and defense have been there.
What do you think's changed about your hitting? Have they changed their approach, do you think? Or?
I think they're getting a little flatter to the baseball. We were a fly ball hitting machine there for a long time, and at our ballpark back in Omaha, that's not a good idea. I think they just let go of some expectations that the team might have had during the early part of the year, and because of that, they relaxed a little bit more. They started to enjoy the game a little bit more. They enjoyed being around each other a little bit more. I think that all has to do with them playing better and hitting better. So I don't think we didn't do anything differently mechanically. We stayed the course with everything that we do, but their mindset, their frame was much different, and they just started to look at the game differently and just kind of release those expectations that we might have had the early part of the year and just played. We played for this week.
You guys hit about 270 pop flies against Forsyth the last time you played there. Are you going to remind guys to stay flat to the ball against them?
Sure, we do that with everybody, to be honest with you. This is something we talk about a lot. And notice that our strikeouts have gone down, our fly balls have gone down, our hit total has gone up, our execution of the game, our bunt game, our hit and run game, our stealing bases has gone up. It's pretty tough to put any signs on or put anything on when all you see is fly ball.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this was the game when we hit 19 fly balls or not, but we had a game one time this year where we hit 19 fly balls out of 27 outs.
I think that was it.
That's going to be tough to score. So we're a much different team than when we played him the first time. That being said, he's an outstanding pitcher, so I don't want to take anything.
Do you think he's the hardest, the one on the staff to steal against? Just the way he delivers and because he's a lefty?
For sure, yeah. He'll do a very good job of controlling that part. So we'll have to do some other things to try to generate some opportunities on the base paths, but he'll do a very good job in slowing that running game down. He's very athletic, so not only is he left-handed, but he's athletic on top of it. Then he's a very competitive guy, so he's going to give us. We're going to have our hands full.
Now that you've had a couple hours to think about it, figure out how you're going to use Ty tomorrow. Is there a magic number pitch count? Is there a magic number inning?
I'm getting closer to that, yeah.
But you're not settled?
I'm not going to just, it's not going to be like a typical Friday night game. I can tell you that. We're just going to run them out there and stay with them and try to get, deep into a game and then hopefully turn it over to a bullpen for 3 or 4 outs. It won't be like that tomorrow. As much as everybody would like to see that, including probably Ty, that would be thrown a lot in about an 8 or 9 day period. I mean, he starts against Wichita last Thursday,
Right.
throws 7 innings, throws a complete game on Tuesday, and turns around on Saturday. He's a power pitcher. I think that would be unfair to him and unfair to his future. I'm not interested in messing with that. So we'll spend the rest of the day trying to figure out exactly how we're going to manipulate our pitching staff. But there'll be some kids in that game tomorrow, and we'll do our darndest to put them in a matchup where they can be successful.
The fact that he did throw on short rest at the tournament last, do you think that experience can help him?
Oh, sure. But you got to remember how many pitches he threw, too.
Right.
You know, yeah, he did a tremendous job last year. So did the other kid, Jonas Dufik. So they both did a tremendous job on short rest. And I don't think Ty will. I think he'll be fine tomorrow. You know, he's a workaholic between starts. He does everything he can to rebound quickly. In his mind, he thinks he can go 7 or 8.
Right.
Sure. But that's where we have to be smart. We have to look at the big picture here. And we all want to win this game very desperately, but I'm not interested in hurting his career. Not fair to him.
You know, with what you've done these last 3, 4 days, any frustration that it all didn't come together sooner?
Well, sure. I mean, you know, it'd be nice not to have to go into tomorrow's game having to win it. You know, maybe having gotten to the championship game would be enough for you to get to an NCAA regional. But you know, that being said, I don't look back too much. I'm glad it came out eventually. The players that I thought these guys were capable of being. And again, the credit goes to the players, because it would have been so easy for them to just toss it in, because it was as rough as it's been here for a long time during that 3-week period. But they kept on plugging. They came to practice every day. They took care of business away from the field. And I thought it would turn for them. I just didn't know when. And it took a little longer than any of us wanted it to be, but at least it turned.